welcome to I Love You So Much. My name is Reed Fish. I'm here with my good friend, Tyler Labine.
Very good friend.
Oh, very, very, very good friend. And we're two divorced dads getting better.
Trying to.
Yeah. She's like,
Don't laugh. We're trying.
Do laugh. Yeah, we are trying.
Was that the confession?
Yeah. Tyler, do you want to go first on confession today?
Yeah, because this one, I need a sip from the.
Mine's kind of depressing.
Big Bird here.
Mine's depressing.
Oh,
So
Your
gosh.
water bottle's depressing?
No, my confession.
Oh, okay.
So
you should get a very
Is that what you call a Coke? A water bottle?
reluctantly healthy. So my confession is like, it's pretty surface, this one, but like what's been happening with the podcast and with content we were just talking about, I'm kind of desperate. I've been feeling desperate. And like my tendency has been in my head to be like, let's say some salacious shit. I want to go like fringy, provocative, something about sex, something about depravity. I don't know, some shit, and then clip it and be like there. And it's like, the show isn't that.
Yeah.
Our show is not that.
Yeah.
It's not as
Well, it might be.
grabby as, well, it hasn't been. We
It
might get into it with
yeah, I
some of
want
our
to get
future
into
guests.
sex.
It just
Well,
needs
we
to be
will.
authentic.
But I mean, it could be
Authentic
authentically
sex.
sex.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to be me or
I
any
have
of
a
us.
future guest for you.
You do? We have a couple that I will
Okay.
definitely get into sex with.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
Then you're set.
But yeah, so my confession is
good
that
confession,
I
Tyler.
have been like really
Thank you for
fighting
sharing.
the urge, you're welcome, to be like
Yeah.
base.
Fair.
To be like kind of a perv and be like, I would just like say the thing that, you know,
Right.
would probably get you some views on
Right,
Instagram.
right.
Some
And that's not,
clicks.
Yeah.
some likes.
So-
So that's my confession.
that's
And
good.
then what I'm doing about it is like acknowledging it here, obviously. I talked to my therapist about it.
Good.
My NET therapist. And she was just like, well, what's the hardest part about that? And I was like, it's like not doing it. It's like resisting the urge to do the base thing is really hard.
You can do it. We can always cut it.
So what I like in the bedroom.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, so I'm, and and then just kind of like keeping it at bay, almost like any of my addictions. I'm kind of like, okay, just put it out in front and just know it's there and just don't give in. That's all.
Okay. So this has been actually eating at me for a few weeks. And so as you may be aware, I don't know if you guys have felt it, like the world is collapsing and it's like
Yes.
politically, it's just so hard all the time. It's just so much all the time. And it's just like,
In what way?
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
be
know.
more specific.
Yeah, I don't want to be. So we have all the politics, and then we have this whole AI thing. And I feel like there's a lot of anxiety about this AI, all the AI stuff, right?
Yeah.
So many different sectors are feeling it, so many different things. And so this requires a little bit of backstory. But so I'm not just a full-time podcaster. I do have another like side business. Or not side. I have like
Your
my main
real business.
Yeah,
This is your side hustle.
Yeah, this is the
Please.
side hustle. So I co-own this like little media company, and we specialize in doing real estate media. So all the like photos and videos you see like on Zillow and stuff, like we produce, right? And we have a small
card
team.
on you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So we have a small team, and they go out and we're shooting between 5 and 15 houses a day, right? We're producing hundreds of photos a day, and they have to look really good. So the way the industry works, if you have like a team like we do, is at the end of the day, all our photographers upload our photos to our editing team in Vietnam, and so they work on the photos. It's their morning. They work on them all day. And then they send them back at their night, and it's our morning, and we deliver them to our clients. So we're delivering everything we shoot next day. I mean, it's unbelievable the turnaround that we do. But there's all these companies in Southeast Asia and India that are just these little small mom and pop operations that edit photos for like real estate. There's hundreds of them probably. We spend between, I don't know, $5,000 and $7,000 a month on these editors, right? So, and that amount of money goes a long way in Vietnam. Well,
I think I know this is going.
yeah, you know where this is going?
I think so.
So the other thing is I do have this other podcast, which is actually a very micro niche podcast for real estate media providers, right? So it's like an industry podcast. No one listening to this probably should listen to it, but we're pretty successful in that space. There is a space, and we just got an advertiser who offered us free AI editing in exchange for being a sponsor of the show. And it's pretty good. And we accepted.
You did it. Okay.
So we're saving a shit ton of money a month.
$7,000 at least.
Yeah, at the most.
That's
let's say.
significant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
5 to
significant
7.
for a small business. Yeah.
Well, if you think
Yeah.
about someone's paying you, like let's say $6,000 a month to advertise on your show.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yes, in the podcast world, that's a lot, especially for a podcast that has like under 1,000 listeners, right? You know, of course, we're going to do it, but it's like just been gnawing at me because it's just like,
You feel guilty.
oh, so guilty. And you know, I can justify it, right? Well, we have another assistant that is, because now we're doing it with AI, it actually gives them more hours, and hopefully, you know, we'll be able to give our employees more money, and like, you know, I can justify it all day long, but then at the end of the day, you're like, it just feels inevitable anyway. It feels like that
It is.
the way that business is. All those editors, and I've said it for a long time, they're the Walking Dead. But I didn't want to be the one to put the bullet in their head. You know,
Well, you're
and
not
so
single-handedly.
I'm not. But it just, I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was the wrong decision.
Progress should feel bad. Progress feels bad.
Should feel bad.
Yeah. Or as my Canadian brethren would say, progress. Progress feels bad.
Yeah. And so I've just been, and I don't really, what am I doing about it? I don't know, trying to be a better person and trying to use all the money I have now, which I don't, right? It goes back into the business, and we're, you know, we hired another person here, and it's just like,
Let me ask you this. If you were in a different financial position, would you still go for the AI editing, or would you still be able to justify it? Or would you be like, no, I'm going to employ people. I'm going to employ
Well, that's
these
a
mom
good,
and pop.
yeah. How greedy am I? Is it what you're asking?
Kind of. I mean, or is it just the inevitability of this technology, and you're just sort of
because then I think to be
into it?
competitive, because now you know what we can do. We can actually offer same day delivery. I think business wise, it's the correct decision.
Yeah, and then
fuck-
there's like the
but
whole
fuck
question
business.
of like,
I'm like anti-capitalist, anti all that shit.
yeah, except for when it comes to making
Except
earning.
for you're not.
So when it comes to
Clearly you're not.
swindling small Vietnamese families out of their income.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for the part that
where I just made a bunch of
That's
Vietnamese
such a
people
pickle,
homeless.
man.
Yeah.
And then you think
Yeah.
about like when we try to put it in a context of the customer. Like, of course, people are going to be like same day, but then are there other customers that would be like, no, I'm going to wait for the extra day because I want the better.
No, trust me.
They'll go for it, right?
Yeah,
So you have to know that.
Our clients are all realtors. They're
No one's
crazy.
going to
They're all
hold out
crazy.
for a longer period of time
love
because
you. I
they
love
feel
all
like
the
it's
realtors.
better quality editing, right?
And to give you credit, Reed, you're admitting it.
Absolved.
Judy, can you absolve me?
you
Yeah.
want me to make you feel bad. I think you want someone to make you feel bad.
you wanna
No,
be
I want
punished
someone to
though?
make me feel better. I've been feeling
Well,
bad.
no, can you do it? Can you make him feel bad?
I mean,
I want to hear the bad,
Well,
the dark part of this argument.
the first part is I agree with what you did,
Okay.
but it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And you could be the different person who doesn't do that. But for how long can you be that person?
Right.
I don't know if you guys talk about programming here, but you know,
We
like
do.
you can't keep someone from their bottom. If you want to say this is going to happen to these editors,
Right.
it's not your job to protect them necessarily. It's not
Yeah.
your job to protect them from their bottom.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you want to be a decent guy, you can be like, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars as a like fee.
farewell gift.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's like if you fire someone and you give them like
The severance.
Yeah.
a
Like a little
severance.
severance
Like, I'm going to
package, yeah.
pay you a severance package. We're going
Right.
in this other direction right now. And then
Right.
maybe that would absolve you a little bit of your guilt. But like, you can't like necessarily keep these people from what is inevitably going to come. And
Right.
for you to be competitive, like maybe
Yeah.
you're the first guy who fires them and then they're like, okay, here it comes. We knew
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
coming.
Time
We
to
got to figure it
pivot
out.
and
Yeah,
like,
and that's ultimately what it is.
Well, they're going to
do
have to pivot
figure it out.
eventually
Yeah.
anyway, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
So-
Judy Greer with
Yeah,
the great
exactly.
And I don't
advice.
think you made him feel bad, which is nice.
Ah,
Thank you.
shit.
Yeah.
I gave you the big.
So our guest today, of course, is Judy Greer,
Greer.
who you know from a million things.
Hello.
Yeah, and so Judy,
Confess,
I mean, what do you got to confess?
And it can be anything. It
Yeah,
can be tiny.
very trivial.
Confessions are good.
Well, then it's a challenge to you. Then.
Yeah. Confess. Farts.
It's also okay to pass.
Yeah.
So I drove here. I got here early and I went to Starbucks.
Okay.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And then I took a different way here from Starbucks and passed the strip mall that's on the corner where I noticed there was a Planned Parenthood. And I was like, man, I should just go in there and just give them some money.
Right.
I should just like drive into Planned Parenthood and be like, can I just charge $500?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can I just do that? And then you guys just have it. Like, can I just do that donation in person?
Right.
and say hi to somebody.
Right. Offer
and
some
then I was
support,
like, ooh, but I'm running late and I'll just do it after. And then I was like, but then I do have that Zoom meeting I have to get home for.
Yeah, and like, will that spirit strike again? Will you be like?
And then I was like, $500. I had,
That's a lot of
I have
money.
like 2 commercials I'm not doing anymore, and I had a show get canceled. I'm not doing that anymore. And I was like, I don't know. I guess this maybe is my confession. And like, I didn't do it. Not saying I'm not going to do it after, but let's be honest. But I also had this vibe, and now we're like veering off of confession. But I was like, I donate money to Planned Parenthood. Like that is a place where I frequented and also like support, right?
Yeah. Good for
and
you.
I feel good about it. And simultaneously, I'm like having a conversation with my girlfriend on my drive here, pre-Starbucks, about shopping in person versus shopping online.
Yes.
And she was visiting me from out of town, and we went to a store and we bought things together in person, tried them on, bought them. We're very excited about these purchases. And we like to talk about them, much, I think, in the same way that men like to talk about like highlights of a game they just watched. Some men.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So I'm like thinking like, it'd be so cool to be able to like walk into Planned Parenthood and be like, hi, can I donate $500?
Yeah, like donating in person. That should be a thing.
That would be
It is
so.
a thing, right?
Oh, and they would be so appreciative. You would like blow their mind.
They'd probably take a picture with you and be like, hey, can we put this on Instagram?
Content. But I'm also like, but it would just be nice as I purchase a pair of jeans that I know I like that fit me well, that I'm going to walk out of the store wearing, then to like also like hand over my credit card to a human and like see the office and be like, oh, dope. Like,
Well, you should. I mean, I feel like you should after this go in
depends
there
on how
and just see
chatty
what
we
their
get, guys.
policy is.
But I mean, anyway,
You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that this podcast prevented you from.
That's not the goal. Yeah,
fucking white
Donating.
men getting in the way of a woman.
yeah.
Although
That's
they do,
the goal.
you know,
here.
men
That's what
can
we're
go to
having.
Planned Parenthood too. Anyway, I don't know if that was a confession or what.
Do you feel like you got something off your chest?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And that's all we need.
Okay, good.
I wanted to say something.
Oh.
You just mentioned you don't know if we talk about programming here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So and the program is that
We're talking about AA.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I talk about AA when I say program. I also talk about Al-Anon when I say program.
Yeah. Double winner over
Are
here
we
too.
allowed to... They say to leave it out of outside.
Well, I think if we're not blowing anybody up, and you and I are both in here saying that we are friends of Bill,
Okay.
I think it's okay. And we've done it on here before, and I
Okay.
certainly don't think that we're going to like
Yeah. that's
destroy
all the
any.
time
And
on
you've been very visible about your. Me too. Like I feel like
Yeah.
you've been really open about your sobriety, even though I had no idea until we found out over
well, I haven't
text.
seen you in so
I
long.
know,
But yeah,
I know. We actually connected over that. I was like trying to hang out with Judy because I feel like I often want to. So pop into my head. I'm like, I want to see Judy Greer.
No.
And then you were like, by the way, I'm 2 years. I think
and a
you said,
half, yeah.
2.5 years sober. And I was like, what?
I know.
I'm coming up on 8. Yeah. And I was like,
nice
and it
work.
was like such a catalyst to meet each other and see each other again.
Well, yeah, because I think you are going to have a celebratory like birthday coffee. When I say birthday, I mean like sobriety birthday.
my sober birthday.
So birthday with your sponsor, and then we were trying to do that, but then the schedules and blah blah blah. Oh,
Yeah.
everything caught on fire. That's why we did
Yes,
not.
I didn't come in because you were like, don't
Yeah.
come into LA if you don't have to. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
right.
yeah. Because that was like January 7th or
Yeah,
something.
that was bad. That was really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations on that. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's
Are you
so
enjoying
cool.
your sobriety?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's still hard.
Yeah. What do you think you struggle with? Is it for me? It is not drinking.
Same.
I was never
It
like,
is-
oh God, I needed. I mean, maybe for like a month or two, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
fuck, I
yeah,
need a
yeah.
drink. It's my brain. I have a problem inside my
Yeah.
brain that is constantly telling me horrible things and backpedaling and
Well, it's all like smoke and mirrors, but like you think it's a stress reliever valve.
yeah.
It's so not, especially when you drink to excess. It's not. And then like just the low grade anxiety and social anxiety that like I have, plus like that little girl, little person fear of like not fitting in and being able to
Not
like
being
fit
enough.
in again, not
Yeah.
be enough, not
Yeah.
be fun, not be funny, not be interesting, yada, yada, yada. And so, so that you don't get to, you know, take that away.
right.
Even though that's all
Yeah. Because
like again, like a lie, but it does like, and then you sort of have something in common with people that seems like you have something in common, but like you really don't.
No, that's a big part of the smoke and mirrors is like,
right.
Oh, we can hang out in time. Look, we both drank the same whiskey, or we we can make fake plans for tomorrow, which we both won't honor because we're going to be too hungover.
Oh my God.
It sounds like all my friendships.
I know. All my friendships were kind of bullshit.
I'm not sober.
Okay, I was going to ask you. Yeah. Okay.
I lost a lot of friends after I got sober. Like, and not to their, it's not their fault. It's not to their detriment.
Were you still married when you got sober?
Yeah. I was like, I did 2 years without the program, and it didn't work out super well for me.
I am sort of. So I've been going to Al-Anon for a long time, and I've worked that program really specifically, and then I quit drinking, and then kind of the same thing. Like I didn't really go to AA, and like only in the last, I don't know. Now I'm like starting to go to those meetings too. Like I for a while didn't really totally want to go to AA.
Yeah,
but I was also going to Al-Anon, and I'm like, fuck, like how am I going to go to all this these meetings?
It does feel like you're like, how am I going to fit this into my life?
Oh my God, I know. If I hear my sponsor and she's like, you need to go to a meeting, like my Al-Anon sponsor, you need to go to a meeting, and I'm like, when am I going to a meeting? The thing though, I found, and probably why I ended up going to more like a lot of AA online, is because there's an AA meeting online like every 10
hour of the
seconds.
day.
I didn't even realize you could do them online.
I do all of mine online pretty much.
Usually like my first go-to is an Al-Anon meeting, but then there's never one. So then I end up at AA, and then and the AA meetings online. God bless fucking alcoholics, man. They're a mess. Yeah. Like you go to an Al-Anon meeting online, it's like it starts on time. There's literature reading. There's this. Like every AA meeting I feel like I've been to online that's not one of my regular ones is like, I can't make the Zoom work. I don't know. Does anyone have like? And I'm like, oh God.
I've been to a couple long-standing ones that are really like. I went to one the other day where they like literally had a timer in the corner of the Zoom, and when your time was up, they would play you off. The music would come on like at the Oscars, and I was like, that's so adorable. I love it. Like I've never loved being told that my time is up more, because I like to ramble. I got invited. So listen, shut up. Everyone shut up. I got invited to lead a meeting that I'd never been to the other day from a mutual friend of ours. I won't say his name. He invited me. He was like, hey, look, I'm a little bit jammed up for a host. Can you just come in and lead this meeting? And I was like, I've never been to that meeting. And he wanted me to speak for 15 minutes and then lead the meeting. And I was like, no. And then he was like, I need you to. And I did it. And that's the meeting with the playing you off the timer, the music. It was one of those moments that I even have imposter syndrome as a sober person.
I know. I
was like, how can I talk to these other... These people are adults. They're like adults who are doing it, and I'm like, I'm a total phony. And
this seems so crazy.
I know
it is talk crazy. About it all the time.
I know.
So,
trust me, though. Trust me. It's like it does have. Well, probably one of the reasons we drank is because we had imposter syndrome. So like, why is that going to change? Like, there's some times where I think like I could never do this. Like I did get asked to lead a meeting once, and I just like legitimately couldn't do it because of scheduling, and I was so fucking happy that I was unavailable because I was like, I can't, like, what am I gonna say?
Yeah, because you feel like, what could you say that these people haven't already thought or been through, or like everything is comparison based in my head.
I know, and like somehow like categorizing like where you fit on the level of addict. Like, am I up there? Like,
and I still get to like, do I really need to be here? Like, I get that sometimes too.
Or like how long do I have to?
Yeah.
I know. And then I think like I have like my little list of reminders of like why I do need to be there. And then I'm like, okay, I have like little tools, my list of tools that I wrote down on a Post-it on my desk of like when I'm like I'm like, okay.
Can you share any of your tools? Do you have any?
I wish I had a picture of them. I could maybe look.
Mine are like, it's a gratitude list every day. Okay. When I'm doing it, gratitude list.
Yes.
Meditation, make my bed, which I do every morning regardless.
I make my bed every morning.
I'm like meticulous about my bed. I make it crispy.
By the way, I make my bed in hotel rooms.
I do too.
Every fucking morning.
It has to be a part of my routine. It is
what I do every morning is I make my bed hotel room where no matter what.
Yeah. Wow. I make my bed no matter what, and I make my bed anywhere I'm at, no matter what.
Me too.
Yeah.
No matter what. Yeah. It's like
it was someone pointed out in the program earlier. They were like, just pick a thing that you can do every day, and then just never break it.
Non-negotiable. Like that is non-negotiable. I also, no matter what, do all my dishes before I go to bed.
Oh, that feels great. By the way. You wake up in the morning, you're like,
even like on those days. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say I kind of stopped doing that. When I was married, I was doing that, but now that I'm a bachelor.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How long have you been a bachelor?
I got my own place last October, so almost like a year. But yeah, so it's like kind of my sad divorce apartment in Ojai.
Yeah.
And like, and that's the thing is I make my bed when I clean my sheets. Like, right. And I do.
Oh, you just do it that one time. Yeah.
Yeah, just do it the one time. And
Yeah.
then it's like, it's kind of made. It's like, it's like, I can just crawl back in. It's not like anyone else is hanging out in there.
Yeah. It's become a little bit of an obsession for me.
Me too.
And the quality.
I get it. And you're stressed out.
The edges have
You're
to be
both stressed about
exactly perfect.
my bed making.
Honestly, I have two very good friends don't make their beds in the morning, and I'm like,
I'll make it for you.
But
I'm like, I can't. If they only knew.
Yeah, you don't
to make
need
you
that.
feel better. But I just want to quickly say, I heard lately that it's like a form of self-care.
It certainly feels like a thing that I started doing because I was like, this marks a change in my life.
But for our friend Reed, a form of self-care is not making
the
your bed and not doing your dishes.
Thanks, Judy.
Because
but here's the
you're
truth.
rebelling against something that didn't work for you. For a long
here's
time.
the truth. Well, it's not like I had to make my bed.
No,
back
but I
then,
mean,
you know what
you have the freedom now to
the freedom to make my choice. But if you guys were anyone was coming over, I'd make my bed. Right. I'm not. I don't like to have it unmade. And honestly, I would rather the bed was made on a daily basis, just not by me. I think it's like I don't actually want to do it, but I want the result though.
Yeah.
So
I make it like there's a saying in AA where they say just do Friday shit on Friday or just wash the dishes. You ever heard that?
No.
Yeah. Meaning like if I'm washing the fucking dishes, just be there and wash.
That's like Buddhism too.
Yeah.
Like be here now. Like do the thing you're doing.
Yeah. Do the thing you're doing. Just do it. So when I make the bed, I wouldn't say it's like meditative, but like I'm just making the bed.
Yeah.
And it's like such a calm, clear moment for me. I have an objective.
Do you remember that book, A New Earth, Eckhart Tolle? I listened to it. I didn't read it. And he talks a lot about that, which is Buddhism, which is also like Thich Nhat Hanh, like has a book about that too.
Mm-hmm.
But for a while, after I listened to A New Earth, I would consciously just say out loud, I'm walking my dog, I'm walking my dog, I'm walking my dog, I'm walking my dog. I'm doing the dishes, I'm doing the dishes, I'm doing the dishes. Just to like say and hear myself repeat like what I am doing in an attempt to like
be there.
To be there.
Yeah.
To be
Which
there
is
now. Like
funny, right? Like,
it's ridiculous, but also like it helped me. And so this is a reminder to try to go back to that. Like maybe I don't have to say it out loud, but like to remind myself like in the world of multitasking, like you actually don't get more done.
No. Oh no. Didn't they say that multitasking is actually that's
not
totally
even real.
false.
Yeah.
That's not a real thing. But like I think everybody in the world, and maybe they don't, has a hard time being present, right? Especially now. I can't imagine anybody who's just like, oh, I'm present all the time. Like there's so much noise and there's so much fucking doom and there's so much to do, seemingly. To have a reprieve, any reprieve from all of it for me is like, yes, thank you. I'll do it. I'll do the fucking dishes. I'll make my bed. I'll do laundry. I'll like any of them. It's always a menial task that I'm like,
But do you find
I put my phone down for 5 minutes?
Saying that mantra when you're doing it, does that help you not only exist in the moment, but does it actually make that process enjoyable? Like I don't particularly like doing the dishes, but if I sit there saying I'm doing the dishes, am I going to like it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't think so. It just for me helped me to just try to focus on doing the dishes instead of being like, oh shit, I have to do this thing. I have to do that thing. Right. I like do 5 things at once in the kitchen and I'm not like a chef or anything at all, but like I'll be like, oh, I'm like doing the dog food and then I'm like, oh, I have to do it. And like, I'm like looking one day, I don't think I have ADHD or anything like that. Yes. Not a doctor, but yes. Yeah. But also like I'll look up and be like, the water's running, the refrigerator's open, the dog food is out, like all the shit is happening all at once. And I'm like, dude, slow the fuck down.
Do one fucking thing.
Slow down. Like make the dog food. Well, I'm really just pouring it into a thing, but you know what I mean.
Make your own dog food?
No, I don't.
That's
but
amazing.
I know. I did for Buckley.
Oh, Buckley. Buckley was the most beautiful dog.
He was such a creature. What a beefcake. Anyway,
he was a beefcake.
But yeah, like just the one thing. So to answer your question, for me, it doesn't make it more enjoyable, but it did just focus my brain, energy, voice, like just reminding myself, like that's all I have to do right
so
now.
it kind of enhanced your life. It made like those
it did at
chaotic
the time.
moments, like
and presumably
lessened
you don't
the chaos.
have to do it after a while. You're like, it was a practice. Yeah. I remember I had this moment. This is the first time I had that moment in sobriety. And we'll move away from sobriety.
That's
Reed,
fine.
I promise you.
We can talk about it the whole time.
Reed
I don't care.
drinks.
Now he does. Let us know him for.
Tyler, people in your industry know that you have one of the best beards in the business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
I feel like there's got to be a reason.
Yeah, it's the smell, Reed. It's the texture as well.
As a non-bearded guy, how do you get a beard to smell good?
Well, in the smell and texture arena, I've had some help from the Bearded Brotherhood. This is a product I've been using for years, and I absolutely adore it. And recently we collaborated.
Well, yeah, and what I like about the Bearded Brotherhood is they also make stuff for people without beards, like
do.
me. Like, so cologne.
Yeah, cologne.
Great smelling cologne.
I believe they have some hair products in the pipeline.
Oh, there you go. Oh, the hair product. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a pomade.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Clay.
we're encouraging, of course, our listeners who have beards and don't have beards to try some of these products. I mean,
Absolutely.
we would love it if you could check them out there at beardedbrotherhood.com, or you can shop right on their Instagram, Bearded Brotherhood. And guess what? We got a code for our people.
Yes.
It's ILYSM 15. Use that. You're going to get 15% off your first order from Bearded Brotherhood. Tyler swears by it. I have smelled and felt this man's beard so many times, and I tell you, it is a great feeling.
It's the best product. Genuinely, I've been using it for years before I had any connection with them. It's just fantastic.
Tyler, I think for me, one of the best things about doing the show has been the small but mighty community that is forming around the show. And we're inviting our listeners, our viewers right now to come join us, to come be with us on our Patreon. Yeah. You can do it for free. We prefer it if you pay, but you can get ad-free episodes. You can join the community. We're having discussions. Yeah. Patreon only content.
Yeah, some BTS stuff. Definitely I'm on there starting chats as often as I can, asking poignant questions and getting into forums.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're each doing a playlist. I think that I have a lot of fun with that. In the back of my mind, I've always wanted to be like a rock critic or something. So it gives me a little bit of space to like throw some songs out there that I like and talk about stuff. So, we are patreon.com and we're ILYSM pod on Patreon. Even if you don't want to check it out, any of our Patreon listeners already, we love you so much. You are the backbone of what we're doing, and to form this community, and hopefully it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, because these conversations are important. They're fun, and we're just connecting and feeling less alone in the world.
Community. Carrie and I almost got divorced 3 times.
Oh.
So it was the first time.
It was the third time it stuck.
This was the first time. No, second time. The third time it stuck. Yes, definitely. But this moment happened on the second time. Thank you. They say third time's a charm. And I was at the sink doing dishes in my old kitchen, doing it how I normally do it, but like really just kind of in this rut. I was just like, everything had been falling apart. It was like maybe kind of another rock bottom for me. And I just like, all of a sudden, it felt like do you ever feel like you have a filter on? It felt like this filter lifted, and I was like seeing the light coming through the window in a way that I had never. It just felt like I was more human than I'd ever been in that moment. Like this joy like shot into my body, where I was like, I'm just here. I'm just standing here. Everything's fucked.
Yeah.
But I'm alive. I'm doing these dishes. The light is beautiful, and that was a huge moment for me of just like, I want that. I want that all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't like walk around punching yourself in the face for clarity.
No.
But it was like, I had this moment, I realized like I could seek that out more routinely in my day. Like if I can find the time to be like, lift that filter again. It felt like a God shot. It felt like something did it for me, but I have kind of learned through meditation that I can do that. I can ground, I can I can slow down, I can do one thing at a time.
I took a journaling class online during the pandemic, and was that a laugh? Are you laughing at me?
It just sounds like a pandemic thing.
So many things during the pandemic.
Yeah. Started making sourdough bread.
Yeah, I actually stopped making sourdough bread during the pandemic.
Fuck that shit.
But the class, she talks about like if you don't know where to start, like write like your 5 senses down. Like write what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste. What's the other one?
What you feel, what you smell, what you hear.
It's your feel.
Taste.
Yeah, feel.
Like what you're feeling. Anyway, it's also a great way to like have just a grounding moment. Like when you feel like you're like switched off, just to be like, okay, I'm smelling this, I'm seeing this, I'm hearing this, I'm feeling this. I'm like, anyway.
Just check in, do like a
like
diagnostics
a little
check.
diagnostics and be like, ooh. And it sounds like that's kind of what happened when you were doing the dishes is you like looked up and you were like, oh.
I'm using all my faculties, you know what I mean? Like I was doing it, and I wasn't on autopilot for once. I wasn't just like doing a thing and like thinking about 15,000 other things at once.
Yeah.
I was like, that's do the dishes,
Right.
I want to ask you something.
Okay.
You just said rather pointedly, yes, you do have ADHD. I want to know. Because I just found out. I did this gene testing, this happy genes testing, and this is really funny. My therapist was like, I could tell you had ADHD the moment you walked in the room. She's like a resonator. She does NET. And she was like, but we're going to do gene testing. And she was like, the human has like, let's call them switches. There's like 4 switches, these in your body. And you have one for addiction. There's ones for ADHD. And all 4 of yours and both of those are switched on. She was like, I don't know how else to describe it. You're like built for addiction and ADHD. And I was like, oh. And she was like, so in that regard, I'm really proud of you for how you've navigated life, like without any medication. Or,
You're still here, man. You're still here.
I want to know, like, for me, that was like, holy shit, I have ADHD. And things started to fall into place for me.
Yeah.
I had suspicions, but what did you have? Because I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
Did you, when you first met me, did you think that guy has?
No, but I think that it's so much more like in the zeitgeist now. Like especially I'm noticing with like more adult diagnoses I'm hearing about. And because all of our kids seem to have something or another. No, when I met you, I wouldn't have been like, oh my gosh, I wonder if he's medicated. But you just like.
Well, self-medicated. Yeah.
I was telling the story about the triple pork chili. Do you remember when?
Pork chili.
Do you remember when we like changed your order and we heard you trying to get an explanation? Because also my stepson is now an office PA at a production company and he has to do the lunch orders for people in the office. And we were telling him the story about how Jason changed your order to fuck with you. And you were like, I just don't understand. Why do I have a salad when I
Where's
ordered
my
the triple pork chili?
There's not even one type of pork in the salad.
You were yelling at the PA, but you were just like, I just don't, how did this happen? Like, can we just
extreme to the other, man. Yeah. You guys did a bunch of shit. Like, I remember you guys put a fake license plate on my car that said Acton. ACTIN apostrophe, and they stuck it on, and I didn't know it was there for like a month. So Acton. So I drove, and it was like $11 sign.
We did like it was. We put Biggs was BIGS.
Yeah, with the dollar sign. That's right. But and so I drove around for like a month with this Acton fucking license plate on my car. And they were like, "When is he gonna notice, man?"
Sarah Chalk had the props department make those for you guys. We didn't know our show was gonna get canceled, so we thought it was gonna be this hilarious practical joke. We were playing on them that we would eventually get the payoff of, and then the show gets canceled, and they drive off into the ether with these pretend license plates on their car.
I still have it. I still have mine.
And we were like, oh shit, we had put those license plates on their cars, and now we're like, bye.
What a time in our lives that show. For people who don't know, it was a show called Mad Love, and like I had my baby, my first baby on the show. You met Dean while we were making that show, or your husband.
We were new. My husband and I were just dating, and I'm like, oh, you should come to set and say hi. And we were shooting at Sony, and the day he came by was the scene. You and I were in pajamas, and we were not shooting our scene, but we were in our pajamas and we were in the craft service. There was a room of craft service. Dannon was the most kick-ass craft service. Yeah. And it was all like, there was Christmas lights everywhere and a popcorn machine. And you and I were in our pajamas eating popcorn, watching The Big Lebowski on the TV in craft service with the lights up, and the Christmas lights were everywhere, and we're like drinking Cokes and watching.
Acting.
And like Dean walks in and he's like, this is what we all think you do. Like, this is what we think actors do. And you're just like actually doing it.
Soft
like,
as hell. Cushy life.
Totally soft.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, hey, babe, do you want some popcorn? He's like, really?
Pull up a seat, man.
Yeah.
I also remember one other thing that stuck out for me forever. I never talked to you about this, but you said, I remember at one point, I said, no, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's just Judy being honest. Yeah, take a sip. I was like, I can't remember why, but someone had mentioned that I was needy. And I said, I'm not needy. I'm not a needy person. And then in private, I asked you, I said at one point, I said, Judy, am I needy? And you just went, yeah, but in the most charming way. And I was like, I couldn't be mad. I was like, I'm charmingly needy. You just like patted me, I think. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
My version of needy at the time maybe was like the ADHD question. I wouldn't have said ADHD then. Maybe now I'd be like,
Right.
you ever talk to anyone about
Yeah. I definitely needed things.
super
Yeah.
charming?
But
No,
yeah.
you just wanted to be soothed.
Yeah.
I did. I definitely needed to be soothed.
Yeah,
And I needed to
still-
feel like accepted.
You
and-
still have it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure.
And it's still charming as fuck.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Charmingly needy.
Very
Yeah.
charming.
Yeah.
No,
well,
I think Tyler feeds on words of affirmation, I will say.
I do.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing, I mean, at all.
Here's a funny thing. I'm going to blow you up a little bit here, Reed.
Again.
Yeah. Shit. This is a good thing, though.
Oh, okay.
No, we were both charging our cars yesterday at the
Yeah.
same time because we just ran into each other at the Electrify America. It's a long drive in here. You don't want to get
we
stuck.
both, we both live in Ojai.
Yeah, but you don't commute together?
No,
No,
we
well,
have.
I had brought my daughter today. And
There's times when it doesn't make sense. So
Fair.
we were talking as we charged our car, and you were like, "Oh, I'm Judy's coming in, Judy Greer," and you said, and I thought this was so
She
on
seems
point.
needy.
No, yeah. You said, "Oh, it's like every time I see Judy Greer in a thing, I just go like, oh."
Yeah.
Judy Greer.
That was what I wanted to say. I didn't want to be like all complimentary and I want to compliment, but I don't want to be all fawning. But I feel like for like literally 20 years or whatever, if you ever come on a show, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
and it makes me feel good. Well, and I was talking to my daughter who hasn't seen much grown up stuff. She's 10. Driving down today, and I was like, well, we're having this actress on, and I was looking on her IMDb, and she was, she's been in some of these kids shows. She was on Storybots.
Yeah.
She's like, well, she was in Storybots,
Oh,
and
yeah,
she was,
Beep.
Beep, yeah. But then I was like, no, there was another one, and I looked, and it was The Adventures of Luna or something.
Luna, yeah.
She's like, Luna?
I
love
know.
that show.
Luna
So she
was-
was all of a sudden super stoked that
Not
I
really.
was going to meet
I
you.
try to really. I wanted to get a lot of young fans that I felt would be loyal
Yeah.
for their whole lives.
Brand imprinting for future actuation.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
they call that.
Okay, those are fancy words. Yeah, Luna.
Were you Luna? Mm-hmm. Nice.
It was a PBS show, an animated show for PBS that was, I forget how many seasons we did, but that show
It was like 47 episodes. I just looked at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That translates to like half because we did like sort of 2 episodes per.
Right.
But anyway,
Right.
Yeah, all
it
those kid
almost
shows have like 2
broke
standalone.
me.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
one of the hardest jobs.
I'm not going to tell her that.
No, don't. But when I did the pilot for it, they asked me to do the pilot, and then I was like, yeah, totally. I'm kind of like a slut for anything voiceover. I'm like, yeah, obviously, yes. Like, when I
Archer,
say
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said yes, and then when I get the script, there's a song in it. And Luna sings a song in every episode.
Oh.
Judy Greer does not sing. Luna sings really complicated, very wordy, very musical, very important songs that are like difficult to sing. So I get this song in the pilot episode and I'm like, yeah, I do not sing and singing's not my thing. And they're like, oh, it's just like one song and it's just for the pilot and don't worry about it. And I'm like, okay,
boy.
whatever. So I like swept my way through this one song and then I forget about it. And then I get the call that the show gets picked up and then there's like a song in the episode and I'm like, y'all, like,
Yeah. Did we not learn?
yeah. And they're like, it's just one song and we'll have the guy help you. And then also like the composer for the songs, he's like a genius, but he composes these really difficult songs. And anyway, blah, blah, blah. It goes on. And every episode I have to sing a song and we record all the voice stuff and then we do the song. And I am like, by the time we get to the song, I'm like panicking. And like one day I'm like, anything I can do, like anything to get through it. And one day I just like lost my shit and started crying. I'm like, I cannot sing this song. Like, I can't sing the song. I can't sing. I can barely sing like Happy Birthday. And I'm crying. And this was pre-sober. And they're like, what can we do to help you? We just need to get through this and then we'll talk about how to. And I'm like, I need a fucking shot of
need
tequila.
whiskey.
Like I said, someone in this recording studio has alcohol. Like I need alcohol. And they're like, okay. So I'm recording Luna, shooting tequila. Just to get through. I wish
if
I
only the kids
remember which episode, like which place I visited it was.
Right.
I'm doing tequila shots. I'm trying to keep like a little bit of like I'm not trying to get super like blackout wasted because I did drive there. But like just calm my nerves. I get through that episode and I call my agent and I'm just
done.
like I will share my fee with anyone, like any person. Like
to get them to sing the
like whatever I'm getting paid, let's just cut it in half and give the other half to a nice lady who can sing this shit, man. Like I don't care anymore.
Shit,
like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like anyway.
I mean, that happens a lot. Why does it have to be you singing it? It feels
I don't know why they did that to you.
I know, and I kept saying like, this is not my jam. And then also they said to the guy, the poor composer, which they're like, well, we'll have him start writing songs that are a little more simple. And I'm like, well, that's also unfair to him. Like he's an artist who's trying to write cool shit, and like this is a big deal for him, and I don't want to do that to him. Like it would be so easy to just like
simplify.
have someone else say it.
Yeah, that's what he did in all the old musicals, right? Back in the day.
I think even now, like Anyway, that's my like
K-pop Demon Hunters. You know, they weren't the actors singing that. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Oh, I absolutely know what you're talking about.
Sasha Boys?
I don't have like a 10-year-old at home.
Yeah. No. Don't, Judy, everyone is watching it. Everyone in the world has seen it, Data. Everyone. Yeah.
But what I want to know,
so I'm
Judy
just
Greer,
a loser.
Yeah.
Well,
I need a drink.
Oh, boy.
Just kidding.
What I want to know, Judy Greer, is a two-parter. Okay. Have you always had this effect on people? The charming, like immediately lovable, or is it something you had to craft as an actor or as a person in the world? Because I think that everyone meets you or sees you and they immediately are drawn to you. Was that something that as a child, like people were always like, oh, Judy has a light inside of her, or was it something you cultivated?
I don't think I had it as a child, but I have not cultivated it.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
Yeah, it's.
I don't know.
Are you aware of that though? That you have this draw that people just want to see you and they be around you? And
thank you, first of all. That's a nice compliment. I also think it's like part of what makes me crazy is like it's like a people pleasing thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like, I just wish I didn't want to put people at ease and be disarming and stuff. I also know about myself, like that just from a casting perspective, like I can play certain roles that other actresses can't because I am likable. So you can cast someone like, you're like, well, she has to, this person, like, we have to have a little compassion for her. Yeah. Even though she does this really terrible thing.
Yeah.
And so I can play that role because of people liking me.
Yeah, it's a tool for sure.
It's interesting. I did a movie which I think is brilliant, but it didn't hit at the time, but it was called Men, Women, and Children. And I got cast as this woman who sells sexy pictures of her high school daughter on the internet to fans.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Reitman directed it, and he's also a genius. And so I had like a hard time with that. But I also understand why you would cast someone like me in a role like that.
We can watch you do despicable shit and still be like, but
I mean, kind of.
Look at her. She's lovely.
Like, or like there's an element, and I had to really work to find a way into that character because like I was like, how, like I don't understand how that could happen.
Right. Because you logically would never do something like that.
Right. And it was a really cool moment as like an artist for me, like as an actor artist, that I had to be like, okay, like what are the reasons and what are the things and how is this being justified in this woman's mind and like all that stuff. But to your question, yes, I think like when it comes to casting, I can understand that is something that I bring to the table.
What about in like life though?
I don't know.
Here's the second part of my question, which I think is a little more sort of, it's less vague. And I'm curious about this with people who are funny. How have you used comedy or humor to navigate life? Do you remember like when you first realized like, oh shit, I can use this. This is a tool for me being funny.
That I remember because I was a little bit of an ugly duckling and maybe a lot bit.
That's so hard to believe. I bet you were so
I don't know. We have to find the childhood photos to put up on the screen.
Oh my God, you'll find them. I realized early on that you could still hang out with cool people if you were funny. And it didn't matter if you were pretty or had a good body or boys wanted to go on dates with you. But like if you were funny, that's what you could bring to the table.
That lends itself to people pleasing very well.
Oh yeah. Big time. Yeah. So I learned, and I don't think my brand of comedy back then was intellectual or interesting. It was just like I would just keep going until I got a laugh.
Yeah.
And like try to like keep figuring out what was funny or what was crazy or like, oh, I'll do that. You want someone to run up to that guy and say this thing? I'll do it.
You're wild. You were like the wild card.
And then when you like start to add in, and not even like in a sober way, but then when you start to add in like regular like high school drinking and college drinking and stuff, like then I got like the confidence, like the pretend confidence behind it to be like, yeah, fuck it. I don't care. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then it felt, to me, I'm sure it wasn't, but it felt like a cool thing then.
Yeah,
instead
for sure.
of just like, I'm wacky and zany and funny and silly.
Are you still like, because I just met you for the first time today, are you still like in the room, like the funny person in the room often? Like when you're social, and it's probably different when you're on film sets and with comedians or whatever, but are you always seen as the funny one?
Oh, I don't know.
How do you feel? Do you feel as the funny one?
I don't feel the need to prove myself as much anymore. So I'm not like as... I don't know. I have to be comfortable probably now to be like, I don't know. There was an element of like also trying to like be remembered and be funny so I would get cast and stuff. And like even when I got the part and I'm on set, like
you still have to like get your next job and like
yeah.
Do you find that since getting sober though, like the authenticity has become like my motto? I'm like at all costs be authentic. Which isn't always funny or appealing to people.
Yeah.
But it's like way better. It's so much easier to live life like just being like, I don't have it for you right now.
Yeah, I really feel that. And I definitely feel like it's so much better to text someone the next day and apologize for something that you know that you said that was stupid than text someone the next day because you're like, I think I probably was uncool last night. I don't know. But I mean, one of the tools in my like little toolkit of recovery is like, just, I'll never forget all the stupid stuff I did when I was drunk that I regret. And like that I think about and I'm like, yeah, I don't do that as much. I don't have as many.
The wreckage has decreased.
Yeah. But also in some ways that makes it like worse because I know what I'm doing all the time now.
Yeah. It's total accountability.
I was really drunk when I said that I hated your boyfriend. And it's like, I know, you're all like fucked up. I know, okay, bye. And now it's like, I was super fucking sober and I said I hated your boyfriend. And I remember saying it and I do hate him, but I shouldn't have said it and that's my
sorry.
bad. I'm sorry I said it out loud.
What I find the hardest to navigate now with my like authenticity and truth policy is like, there's no little white lies about how to get out of things. I hit it head on. I'm like, hey man, I'm not doing this today because I don't want to, or I really feel awful today. My confidence level is at an all-time low and I can't come do this thing for you. Or like just saying the truth about a thing and not being like, oh, my kid's sick. Oh, I can't make it today. I had car trouble. Or, oh, I got food poisoning. I use that one a lot.
Food poisoning?
I use food poisoning way too, like so much that people were like, dude, that's impossible. You can't
have you seen a nutritionist?
Yeah.
Do you think
what
you
is
might
wrong
have
with
like
your bowels?
Well, I mean, the funny thing, like I think that there is like, I am more, yes, I definitely am more, I think, authentic now. And so I think things are less funny. Also, like,
man.
people are less funny to me because
they're just not funny.
Like, really? We think, I was telling a story. I had coffee with a friend this morning and I was telling him a story of a dinner party I was at and like, one woman was saying like, oh my God, tell the story. Oh my God, this like killed me.
Everybody gather around.
Oh my God,
gather around.
Kill me. Tell the story of when this happened. And she's like, oh, again. She's like, everyone has to hear this story. And everyone's like, and I'm like, I have to fake an orgasm right now. Like
this is like the worst story.
Like we're all, this is,
and then I find it
and guess what? I'm not a great actress when that happens. I'm like,
turns out me
that's
neither.
when you can't act.
And you have to find comfortability in being like, I'm not. I'll be the one guy there not laughing now. And it's like, the silence is deafening.
I know.
You're like, you're the guy not laughing. You're the dude leading the charge usually with the
making
laughter.
the face.
Yeah, doing the. All right, Reed. I want to turn it on you too because Okay, so Reed's always curious about who's the funniest guy in the room. Because I think that's a thing that you have cultivated as a bit of a.
Are you the funniest guy in the room?
Often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I try not to hang out with funny people though. But
fair.
Do I do it on purpose?
Like, do you want to be funny?
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Yeah. So then how have you used your humor and comedy in the world to like
how have
use
you
it to
used
navigate?
your powers for good and for evil?
Yeah, how have you used it mostly for evil? What do you get away with because you're funny?
Well, I can say often I can say the truth.
Yeah.
And I can hello, I hate your boyfriend kind of thing, right? Like I can pull that off often, in a that's a little tougher maybe, but I definitely have a penchant for saying the thing that most people are thinking but no one will say.
Yeah.
Like you can pad the truth
in a funny way,
Yeah.
right? And it kind of goes to what Judy was saying. It's almost like social access, right? So if you can be clever, right? And I try to be more clever than just like, bravado, like, I'm going to do a crazy stunt. I mean, I'm much more intellectual in my...
Except when it comes to like firing Vietnamese editors. Then it's just like, fuck them.
And I also think I use it to connect, because I think when you are able to say the thing that someone is thinking but they don't want to say, then they're like, oh, I like you.
Yeah.
Because then you can give that knowing look to them and connect with them. And maybe it's at the expense of someone else though. So that's the evil part.
That's the hard part, right?
Yeah. And I've really worked on when I'm it's not like I actively try to be funny. I think I'm just kind of naturally funny. It's like I really work on trying not to have it at other people's expense.
Yeah.
And that's really difficult, right? And that's the hardest thing.
I think I did that I think that was my brand of humor for a really long time.
Right.
It doesn't
you just
feel
did
like
it to me.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff though happens. Like we're having fun and we can tease each other back and forth.
That's like
right?
a love language for my family. Like the teasing is like a huge
and that's what it
thing.
was. You were teasing me. You weren't like,
Do you think this might be sexist? Do you think that is a more male quality or female quality?
Oh, the teasing? Oh, fucking male for sure.
Yeah.
I think so too. When I first moved to LA like 25-ish years ago, I mostly hung out with men, like these friends of mine who I'm still really close with today, that we went to college together. And like their banter was a new brand of comedy that I learned. And being a woman on set, I'm often like the only girl on set. It was like the joke at all costs. Like the joke comes first.
Yeah, the bit. You got a bit.
If you can make a joke, doesn't matter. You have to make it. You can't pull jokes. And like that is something I don't totally get with my girlfriends and what I say to my girlfriends that often hurts their feelings.
Right.
Like how I get in trouble with my girlfriends.
Oh, like, because maybe it's a little bit easier to roll off when you're a group of men. You can say kind of like hurtful shit or teasy stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I
think so.
I had with Martha, I think I mentioned this before, like when we were first dating, I told you about my partner, Martha.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize the depth of this, but she was just like, do you know how often you just sort of like tease me? And I was like, yeah, but it's because I like you, And she was like, it's so stupid. Like, it's like we're on the playground or something. Like you're like negging me. And I was like, I'm not negging you. She's like, and now you're getting defensive about negging. And I was like, whoa. And she called me on it. And then I asked her to keep calling me on it so I could sort of figure it out. And the amount of shit that I did that was based in this, like, because I was raised in a family where like poking and teasing and ribbing, but that shit hurt me. I grew up with this sense of self that was really low.
And yet.
And yet I'm doing it as like a love language. And she was just like, I don't play that. I don't like that. It doesn't make me feel endeared to you. It's not charming. Try being more genuine with me and find like higher hanging fruit, basically. And I was like, whoa. And so ever since then, I've been challenged to really just like, I also realized that in a group, if you're the one who's like, someone's talking, like on set, often we'll be doing like a safety meeting and I would make some joke and everyone laugh. Like, you're just making every moment about you.
Yeah.
And I realized that humor is often that. It's like, I just want the attention in the room, so I'll make a joke. Yeah. And that, when I realized that, I was like, that's so selfish and shitty. So I've been really focused lately on like, don't hurt people with your humor and don't make every moment about you. Just like let other people exist.
Oh, it's so hard.
I know.
Yeah, but I think that kind of that vibe of like never letting a joke go or whatever, I think it's ultimately kind of toxic. It just is like, it just like, I don't think anyone leaves there. You can say, oh, that was so funny. But then you just like get home and you're like, oh,
little pieces.
They do think I'm fat. Yeah. Or whatever,
should I have ironed my shirt?
And then just even more specifically, the teasing thing. Like, I don't know, other than like playground tactics, I don't know how that ever became a part of my adult life. Like, it just was there seamlessly. I was like, oh, I guess I've been doing this my whole life. Or like Martha pointed out the other night, she's like, why do we think it's charming when guys call us by our last name? Like, what's up, Greer? What's up? What's up, Harms? Or like when you're
Oh, well,
or like calling by the full name. Hey, Judy Greer. You know,
I like it when you do it to me, but I wouldn't like it if my husband did it to me.
right.
Like a man I'm in like a romantic relationship with. Like I don't even like him to say my first name. It's weird.
what do you like him to address you as?
Well, like I don't know. Sometimes he'll be like, he knows that it gives me the heebie-jeebies, so he'll sometimes be like, Judy,
Judith.
can you get the dry cleaning? Whatever terrible example, but I'm like, don't call me that. Just like anyway, it's become a bit.
I feel like sometimes when people use your name, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and it's like obviously with your parents, you say your full name, but I think often, you know, if someone has like a note for you, so Reed, I noticed that you, you know, and they're like, oh,
if my middle name gets thrown in there, I'm very
What's your middle name?
Sean. But the Gaelic spelling, and SEAN, so it's cooler. Yeah.
I didn't know that was the Gaelic spelling.
Yeah, it's the original spelling of Sean.
The intellectual spelling, because when I see SHAWN, I'm like,
what is that? It's so phonetic.
I'm like, are you related to me? Like, wait, do you have a question about you? So do you not, finally, right? Do you, I'm just like that I'm asking you a question, but like, do you, about the comedy thing, like, do you pull jokes if you think they can be?
Yeah, I think I sometimes don't say a joke. Yeah, I think there have been moments where me not pulling the jokes has caused strife in my relationships. But I think I pull them now. I think so.
Yeah, like when you feel like it's going to do damage.
Yeah, because I don't want to be an asshole.
Yeah,
you know?
I know.
The roasts, I mean, they're funny, but like I don't feel good after I watch it. It's just
gross,
like and it's like make fun of people who are legitimate assholes, but then it almost humanizes them too. And I'm like, well, I don't like that. Like I don't like making jokes about Trump because it's like he doesn't deserve that. You know, it's like he's just a fucking
don't honor the man with a roast.
Yeah,
humor. It is funny that like the other thing I really don't like when I see people do is like. And then it's kind of like, well, what is funny? But when people make fun of themselves, especially for weight, when a comic's whole thing is like making fun of their appearance or their weight specifically, I'm like, oh, don't do that, man. Like, not that it's cheap, but like that hurts. That's hurting you. That's hurting other people who maybe need to look to you for a little bit of confidence to like, like big is okay. And it fucking is okay, by the way. I don't understand that. And then us gathering in an audience and laughing at someone who's prompting us to laugh at them. It just makes me sad. It makes me feel really sad when I see that.
Yeah.
That's hard.
But I also wonder, like, if you're making fun of yourself for being overweight and then there's like an overweight person in the audience, like, how must they feel?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So they're feeling all of the same thing that you're feeling, except they don't have the professional platform to make it a joke. They're just feeling bad about themselves.
Yeah.
They're just wondering, they're taking all of the shame that you've turned into humor and success, and they're just living with it as the shame. Yeah. And a lot of comics do it, and it's not just weight, it's all kinds of things where I think people come to watch you and then they're like, right, you monetize this.
Right.
But I'm just sitting here feeling like a piece of shit. And I have to have an awkward car ride home with my partner now because I'm feeling like totally self-conscious and worthless. And like, so I just get, but it is really hard. Comedy without hurting anybody is so damn hard.
I think when I'm self-deprecating about myself, I do tend to point out, it's usually when I'm in a hypocritical moment.
Yeah. Right.
And it goes back to how we started the episode. It's like, fuck AI. Well, except, except when I can save $5,000 a month, then hey, AI. And I'm willing to point that out about myself, and I can make a joke about it. It's almost like I'm puncturing my, my strident side,
right?
Which is always right for puncture.
Yeah, people like to see you knock yourself down a peg or two.
Yeah,
no, just the state of comedy is fucking weird too, man. Like, there's also part of me that's like, everything has to be analyzed now. Can't we just say funny shit and have it be funny? But it's true that we're just more evolved, I think, around our emotional. Stasis,
but if you just make like stupid shit like comedy, I don't know. It's just there's too much going on. I just
mean all the people that are like nothing's funny anymore. You can't say anything. I'm like,
oh fuck those people.
Yeah.
I saw the funniest I don't of course remember his name, but he was talking about. It was a meme. Is it a video? Is a video a meme?
I don't know. I don't know what a meme is.
Meme's like an image with like.
Okay, it was a video. It was a reel.
It was a viral video.
It was a viral video. It was on Instagram, and the guy was talking about that he was going to someone's house for brunch, and they wanted coffee. He had never really, he doesn't drink coffee.
Oh man, I've been in that situation.
So he's like, he didn't know how to order it, and it was long, and he went on for a really long time. And it was so fucking funny. And I was like, it's not mean. It's not even super mean about him. It's just a fact. Like, I don't drink coffee, so I don't
know the culture. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm ordering. And the barista didn't understand like how to help him. His friends weren't picking up or texting back. He was like on his own on an island ordering this coffee drink. And it was so funny and it was so smart. And like, I just like sound like a boomer, which also pisses me off because I'm not,
You're not a boomer, no.
But I guess I am to some extent. Anyway, but I was just like, this is funny. Like, this is funny. It is like situational.
Yeah.
It's like, it is something I would never think of.
Yeah.
Being a coffee drinker, that someone would be in this situation now in this day and age. Like, you know, when you get behind someone in line at a coffee shop and they're like looking at the menu and like, seriously, you don't know what to order at a coffee shop. But it was really funny. And I was like, yeah, this is funny. It's not like, so my wife, it's not that. It's just like, this happened to me and I'd like to share it with you. And it was funny.
I have a question about that. If you saw a video of somebody making fun of all the coffee orders, would you think it was as funny? Or like how picky people are about coffee?
Yeah, that seems tired.
It seems tired, but I do think it's funny.
Yeah, but it's a different way to deliver the same message.
Right. Oh, interesting.
Through self-deprecation.
Yeah. It was like shining a spotlight on a situation that like I would never think of. That's a interesting situation to be in. But I do still think it's funny, like all the different coffee drinks. And like also we've added like a flat white and a cortado now. Like people can't even order like the main things that we've established are allowed.
Yeah.
And now you have to have a flat white or a cortado. And it's like,
What's a flat white? I don't know. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know.
a flat white, apparently. A flat white.
It sounds like something very milky.
It's milky. It's like a between a this is how it was explained to me last week when I asked. I didn't ask my barista though. I asked my friend who was ordering one. It's not a cappuccino, but it's not a latte. There's no foam on it, but it has a little bit more milk than a cappuccino, but it's not as much milk as a latte.
So a lot of people like that apparently. For it to become like canon.
It's now a thing. A flat white is a thing.
My daughter asked me to go through the Starbucks drive-through the other day, and she was in the back seat, and she just barked some order at me like, I want a pink drink, lemonade, mocha chata, whatever. I don't even know what it was with boba. And I was like, what the fuck? And then we got up to the window, the drive-through, and I'm trying to do it, and she's yelling at me from the back, no, I said this. And I'm like, what am I saying? Like, it was comical. And I don't know why drinks have to be that complicated. I get that everyone has a specific palate and needs a certain thing.
The country's going to shit, man.
I mean, there are bigger fish to fry, but it was one of those moments where I was like, can I just get a chamomile tea? I'll just have a chamomile tea with some honey, please. What kind? Do you want Manuka honey? What kind of honey do you want? Do you want stevia?
No, I'll
do you
not have a $40 chamomile tea, please.
I will never buy tea at a Starbucks. Or
I have a really hard time buying tea at Starbucks too because I'm like, I have the basket.
$5.75. Yeah,
I have the basket.
I have a tea collection from all over the world.
Yeah. Why am I spending money on a tea that's also going to burn the flesh out of the inside of my mouth for a good 17 minutes?
And I'll probably forget about it and then come back to it and it's too cold to drink. And then I'm like,
I'm gonna squeeze a little too tight, and it's gonna burn my hand too.
Do you remember? I don't know if I should say this now, but do you remember that Sarah Chalk, who's a friend of ours? She used to like chug boiling hot beverages,
scorching hot,
like because she was addicted to the feeling of like burning her throat. So she would get a coffee like right out of the thing and just be like, and just chug it. And we were like.
My friend Ajay's mother, who's since passed away.
By the way.
Yeah.
You guys drove like a big road. I saw
him.
I said, I know Judy. He was like, yeah, Judy's my best friend. I was like, Judy's your best friend. I was like, how did I not know this? Anyway.
You know Ajay too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's big in the community.
I've heard.
Hi, Ajay.
Ajay.
Yeah, he's not watching.
Yeah, what?
He's not watching.
No, he's too good for
Watch
this podcast.
I'll be like, I talked about your mom on a podcast. She had that. And Ajay, I will never forget this. And I often reference it when I'm like, I wish I could just spring clean my brain. Like, I wish I could choose the things I need to know and choose the things I don't. And here's the thing I don't need to know. I don't need to know that Ajay's mom used to like her tea so hot it burned the inside of her mouth. That is a piece of information that I don't want. But I can't remember any password. But I don't. But I will always until the day I die. But I remember when we were at restaurants, or when he was at restaurants with his mother, he was telling me this, that she would be like, I want hot tea. And he would stop the waiter and say,
put an ice cube in that.
You don't understand. If it's not going to burn the inside of her mouth, she will send it back as many times as it takes. So this isn't like hot tea. This is like make it so fucking hot.
She wants it to hurt.
Yeah. And it's like Chalky. And I always thought about Chalky and Ajay's mom had that in common.
I mean, I shouldn't, like, I'm not saying it's, how fucking weird. We all have
I don't
proclivities, but
I don't
like,
I don't like hot beverages. I don't drink hot beverages.
I like hot beverages on hot days. That's my quirk.
I also used to love to smoke cigarettes on hot days.
Oh my God. Me too.
I love, but
especially with a hangover.
I do love soup though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a hot bev.
That's a food.
Yeah, but it's drink. You can drink it.
I like
it's a drinkable food.
You ever have a
soup.
glass of soup?
Yeah. A cup of soup?
A cup of
Sure.
soup. A cup of soup. But
We
you
had
don't
a
walk
soup
around.
episode.
You don't,
We did have a soup
You
episode.
don't walk around with like a Starbucks cup of soup.
I have on set. I've definitely had soup in a
Broth.
cup.
That is
Yeah, that's different. That's not
There
real
was
life.
no
Fair,
there was
but
no
it's
caveat.
different.
Okay, we're getting out of it. So let's do a short gratitude list.
Wait, I want to ask Judy one more thing. Hold on. Wait, no, because
No, it's
we want
fine,
to start
it's
making.
fine.
So one of the main. Okay,
We're gonna go in the other room and talk for a minute. We'll come back and
let's all take a breath.
Deep, 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 deep.
This is okay.
Soup.
Soup. One of the things that brought us here on the show was that we are in a time where masculinity is sort of confusing for everybody. And then the word toxic masculinity is everywhere. And Reed and I were kind of like, how do we be better? And then I had a friend say to me, what is the opposite of toxic masculinity? And I just thought that question was so good because there's no wrong way to answer it, but I wanted to put it to you. What do you think the opposite of toxic masculinity is?
Well, toxic masculinity is bad.
Yep.
So what is good masculinity? I guess it's just being a good person. I mean, it's like the opposite of toxic masculinity wouldn't be another version of masculinity necessarily, right?
Yeah.
It would just be like not being a bully.
Yeah.
I think of toxic masculinity as like bullying, gaslighting, and like sexism.
Yeah.
So the opposite of those
all
things.
the imagery we were raised up admiring.
know.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it was funny when you were talking about like negging Martha, and I was thinking about when I was little and so many things about being a woman and a girl and a woman and a female, like I didn't even think about until, I don't know, Me Too maybe even.
Right.
But like when I was little and boys would make fun of me, my mom said that means they like you.
Right. Of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
when a boy makes fun of you, it means that they like you. And I was like,
and we were taught to
oh,
do that.
Okay. All right, cool. So now cut to me being 22 and chasing after guys who treat me like shit because they must like me. Like, I know that my mom didn't mean anything bad by that. And I know that's what she was taught or whatever. But it was like, that was such a weird version of programming, of parenting that was done to my generation of girls of like, and because of it, like a boy can make fun of me and I'll take it. A girl can make fun of me and I'll be like, what a bitch.
Yeah.
And
My
also,
parents said the opposite to me. They said if a girl makes fun of you, it means they like you.
Yeah.
No girls made fun of me.
Well, we were also taught to like tease and neg. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't take no for an answer and like lie until fake it till you make it. Lie
Oh my
until you get the
God,
girl.
fake
Like
it till you
every
make
movie,
it. I
Secret to
know.
My Success. The whole movie is about him just lying until he gets the girl he
was
wants, and then
so
being
good.
like, "Hey, I lied about everything, but I love you. That's
but I
real."
love you.
And she's like, "Okay, I love you too."
Let's
Yeah.
fuck.
Or like I remember in like Major League, Tom Berenger goes into a library and like chases Rene Russo through a library, being like, "Yes, go out with me. Say yes, yes, yes." And she's like, "I'm married. I don't want." He's just like, "Come on, baby. You know, come on." And just and then he gets her in the end, and you're like, "I
Yeah,
guess that's the
all right.
thing, man. That's the technique."
He's
Thanks,
pretty
Tom Berenger.
masculine, that
Yeah.
Tom Berenger.
He didn't take no for an answer, and that's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Women like that.
Women want that.
Yeah, it just goes so deep, the toxicity that
I
we
know.
were like. And so that's where the question for me is like, so what? Well, we
the
just
opposite?
zero out.
Well, maybe it's like not thinking so much about masculine, feminine, and it's just more about like establishing a baseline of being a good person.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good answer. Yeah,
I think that's a great place to wrap it up.
Okay.
I know. Judy Greer, Thank you.
Oh, I thought we were doing our gratitudes.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was. I am. I have
grateful for
gratitude
Judy.
towards you for
Okay,
being
good.
here.
Thank you.
We all have gratitude that you were here. You're so wonderful, and I was really excited about today. Actually,
He put on his fanciest shirt.
I love
Yeah.
this
No,
shirt.
second fanciest.
I love that shirt.
love it.
I think it's a great shirt. Yeah.
I think you're the guest I've been most excited about, actually.
Yeah.
So this is So it's only 10
you.
episodes in though. So
Okay.
You're nagging.
Thank you. I like you way more right now. Somehow I'm liking you a lot more.
Yeah. You have a crush on him now, right?
so we have gratitude towards you. Gratitude towards All Things Comedy for letting
Yes,
us use
letting
their
us use
tent
the
space.
studio.
And typically, as a thank you, we would give you our signature candle, our I love you so much candle.
We just
done
ran
by
out.
Night Blooms, but everything is in transit, and because this is
Yeah.
not a
It's on
permanent
its way
studio.
here.
So
Well, we had to switch studios.
We'll get one to you at one
I'll get you one
point.
for sure. It's
Yeah.
lovely. It's Santal and yuzu blossom.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
know.
nice.
It's really good. And then, of course, gratitude towards Tiny Legends. We
Yeah.
have Stella and Guy
Stella
here
and Guy,
today. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And Tyler, gratitude towards you.
Thank you. You too, buddy.
And of course, our audience, and we special gratitude towards all our Patreon subscribers.
Yes.
You guys. I hate saying you guys. You
Y'all.
all are
Yous
the
guys.
best.
Say
Yeah,
yous
yous
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
You all are the best. We truly appreciate it, and thank you to everyone viewing this, listening to this. We love you so much.
Yeah. Thanks again, Judy.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.